Boy, did I get lucky. I found this ceramic sculpture at my local fleatique, and I knew I wanted to buy it and sort of spice it up. It's from a company called Holland. I looked online and I found a couple of their molds, but not this one in particular. And I thought, what does he really need? He needs a threatening lower jaw, like an open, angry mouth. So I took a piece of hanger wire from my coat closet downstairs, cut it, trimmed it, drilled some holes into the lower area that was the bottom of his face, and just added that piece of hanger wire there to the bottom of the head. Now I needed to bulk that out with a little bit of epoxy sculpt. This is a two-part product. You just get equal parts of the material, mix them together, and when it dries very hard and very durable. Great for making additional sculptures on things that you need a little bit of extra strength. The polymer clays, they become very brittle after they've been baked. So I just added that to the sides, and you can use some water and of course whatever sculpting tools to start smoothing it out. It's very easy to work with. I love working on things like this because the overall burden of creating something entirely from scratch isn't there, and it makes it a lot easier to get started, and you can come up with some really cool stuff. I don't think it's visible there to the right. I have some actual king cobra references that I'm trying to use to sculpt the inside of the mouth, and just to generally kind of keep in my mind's eye the silhouette of what it is that I'm making. In order to improve my sculpture. Now, for the sake of drama, I wanted to add some really big, wicked-looking fangs, and I thought what better way to do that than to create some holes in the gums. So I found a drill bit that matched the teeth that I had initially started playing with. These teeth turned out to be too big for my taste, and I ended up removing them and replacing them with some that I made from polymer clay. I experimented with a bunch of different colors, painting some of the additional larger scales that I put on with more of the epoxy sculpt, and I put some cabochons over the eyes. Here's the polymer clay teeth that I felt were sleeker and more interesting, more scary looking. So finally I moved on to an LED, replacing the original. It was just a traditional light bulb, and everything was coming together. I did use some darker washes on the scales of the body, like I said, following a reference of an actual king cobra. And he's done. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this build, and happy haunting.